Hi, welcome to our video tutorial with just a few pointers and tips for using the advanced search feature for high schoolers in Galileo. You can access this special search either from our LibGuide, or you can go directly in from Mac and Via and choose Galileo Advanced. Please do not choose Galileo Teen because that is geared a little bit more for middle schoolers. So again, you can either click on the link here, or if you're in Mac and Via, which you'll need to log into anyway, you can go directly from Open Now. So this is what we call a federated search tool, which means it will search many different databases that are appropriate for high schoolers at one time. This way you don't have to search them individually, and there are pros and cons to that. The benefit obviously is that you hit a lot of different online libraries at once with this federated search that covers a lot of territory. However, the drawback is that sometimes the results from that search might not be as robust, since you might get a little bit more strategic results by searching the databases individually. We recommend that you try both methods, but we want to show you just a few quick pointers for utilizing any search in Galileo, but particularly this federated search. So I'm starting just very broadly with Egyptian mythology, and again, as you work through your search maps and begin mining your search terms, obviously those will become a little more focused, but I'm starting with just a broad beginning point. And right away I see there are a lot of results, 33,000. So the easiest way to filter those results is to use the limiters on the left side of your screen. And the first limiter that I recommend is limiting your search results to full text. So that search filter took me down to 25,000 results, but that's still an awful lot. You could go through and limit by publication date. So we might want just more recent types of articles. So you could use that, and that's taken me down again another 8,000 or so, but it's still 17,000 is an awful lot. What you might want to begin with is focusing more on the limiters by type. So for this particular assignment, a good type to limit your results to might be with just books. So I'm going to click on books, and right away this is much more manageable. Now I've gone from 17,000 to 330 results, and so I could go through and see what might be available. And again, you may see terms that are relevant to you, and others that might be somewhat related but not necessarily specific, and that's because we're asking it to search both keywords and titles. At this point you could go through and do some further limiting, possibly by copyright date, if you wanted to take that down a little bit more. So now I've taken that down just by, again, narrowing a few years to 159. So I could do that. If I go in and let's say I see something that's of interest to me, I could continue browsing and reading the article, so that would be okay. You could also go in and do an advanced search. So right here, this is searching all fields, but you could go through and tell it, hey, what about just subject terms for Egyptian mythology? And so now I'm going to hit search, and it's actually broadened it back out a little bit. But what we see is probably going to be a little bit more on target, because it is looking specifically for that subject heading that's listed by article. So that can be pretty helpful to do, to play with that. One other way that you may discover that you can narrow your search a little bit is if you're actually in an article, you may want to click on some of the subject headings after you've read the article again to focus that search term a little bit more. This field limiter, which is called DE, actually is a more focused subject search than even the one that we initially did in the advanced. So I'm back down a little bit to 276. And again, I could go back and limit maybe to just books, or possibly academic journals, because those are going to be more of the sources that we would want for this particular literature related assignment. So I'm going to go back and filter to books, because this now will take me down to 27 results. And right away I'm recognizing some terms that's going to let me know, hey, this is probably going to be a little bit more on target for what I'm looking for. And so now I can go through and get a little bit better and more robust results. And so this source, I know, having read it earlier this week, is going to be really good. So that sometimes feels like a little bit of a journey and a little bit of work, but if you use some of those search filters, you'll find that you're able to sift and sort through the many kinds of sources that are available to you to get something that's more on target for what you're looking for. If you need assistance navigating the search in the advanced search in Galileo or any Galileo database, since those are new for most ninth graders, please let me, Ms. Hamilton, know, and I will be more than glad to help you navigate that until you feel comfortable. Thank you for watching our video tutorial, and we look forward to helping you in person.